Hello, everyone. I would like to share with you a few important updates. So please do pay attention to details about, your assessment and progress. In this module, EDU6001 and 5 dissertation module. So there are 7 points that I would like to remind you of a few new updates. The first one is about deadline. Second one is about virtual meeting conference, mini conference. The third one is about your assignments and submission. The fourth one, no detriment policy. And then your, tailored extra video lecture sections on data analysis. And then the sixth one about your weekly progress. And finally, your encouragement. And something about your engagement and something that I would like to encourage you. Good news, now both modules for all students, the new deadline for all assignments are on 1st of June, which is a Monday noontime. So please submit on this new date, before this new date. If you have trouble to submit before the deadline, please do email your tutor to ask for extension before the deadline. And if you think that you are unable to submit this assignment within the time frame in this semester, then please do contact my course to ask and apply for mitigating circumstances. You might not need to provide medical evidence. However, you do need to write in details in terms of the reasons why that you won't apply for mitigating circumstances. Many students have concern about how are you going to, present at virtual conference. So I just want to emphasize that please don't feel stressful and anxious about this mini conference. It's supposed to support you. It's going to be informal, it's friendly, and most importantly, by attending this conference, it provides you with opportunity to build your confidence and to develop your skill and to receive constructive feedback. So your assessment, your presentation is not assessed, but because you are putting lots of efforts in preparing and presenting at this mini conference, it means that you may receive feedback, and the feedback that you receive would help to contribute to your overall understanding of the research, and hence may be helpful to your overall performance. So I would encourage you that try to do your best if you can to attend the conference, please do. But I understand that in some situation, this is going to be difficult, so please don't feel too anxious and too stressed about it. And when you present, you don't need to submit any document for the mini conference. And this presentation, it's optional. There's a few options for you to choose. The first one is that you attend the conference by, you could do it pre-recording 5 minutes PowerPoint presentation. Previously, we mentioned about this assignment. It will be a poster presentation in the classroom. And now this option is no longer available because now we turn the whole university to virtual university and you'll be using virtual classroom. So it's not feasible to ask you to present a poster. So instead, you are presenting 5 minutes PowerPoint presentation, and you can pre-record this, option 1, or you could present it on the scheduled date as we go. And you can do this. There's a technique that we can, set individual students to become a moderator via virtual classroom. There'll be some instructions to guide you through in terms of how you can present your PowerPoint through virtual classroom. Option 3, is for those students who may have less functional internet access and many other reasons that prevent you from presenting this conference. So in this case, you don't have to present at the conference. But I would suggest for those EDU 6005 students, as you are submitting your assignment 3, which is evaluation of resource. So I do recommend you to ask at least 3 others to provide you feedback. So you know how to improve your assignment 2, and then you know how to, complete your assignment 3, because it's about evaluation of the resource. For students who are listening or providing feedback, I would ask, please support the presenter to provide feedback which is constructive. You could provide general feedback on the general coherence, overall coherence of the piece of research, strengths and weakness. And this is for EDU 6001 students. But for EDU 6005 students, in addition to general comments, please do comment on originality and practicality, as well as appropriateness of the resource. So students who choose not to present at the mini conference, therefore, will not be able to receive feedback on the presentation content. So presenter, if you're presenting it, please let us know, create a method to help us to know where can we put the feedback, provide feedback to you. So it's your responsibility to think of a method that you can receive feedback. And these refer to those students who attend the mini conference. And for those EDU 6005 students who are unable to attend the conference, do ask feedback from 3 other people. Okay. So what do you present? It'll be similar like what was already announced. And there are some changes, slight changes, updates in order to reflect this 5 minutes presentation. So if you go to this handbook here, on the assessment, formative assessment, in here, previously you asked to present a poster, but now you are asked to present a 5 minutes presentation. And it's down to you to decide how you are going to present. In these few slides, you can design as many slides as possible, as long as it's 5 minutes. And you include these 5 elements in here: your research aim, purpose, question, literature review, methodology, analysis, key findings and discussions, and then conclusions. So here there are details as what I have already explained to you. There are 3 options for you to choose now. The feedback is to provide coherence, strength, and weakness, and it's presenter to create a method to receive feedback. And for EDU 6005 students, excuse me, so in here, so again, you don't need to present a poster now, but what you need to do is to present 5 minutes PowerPoint presentation. And within this 5 minutes PowerPoint presentation, you'll be relating to introduction of your research. This is actually the content, the same as the assignment 2. So you'll be presenting your assignment 2 basically. So introduction of your research, introduction of your research findings, presenting, describing your resource, and then illustrating the functions of your resource. So now, here, In terms of your resource, some students have questions about what kind of resource, how if you want to present, if your idea is an educational game or an app. I would suggest if it's a song or a poem or a video that you can make before the time frame and you have the skills to present a singing a song and to read beautifully about a poem and or have already done a video, then presented in a picture or presented in a video during the presentation day if possible, so then your peers can appreciate the effort and the creation that you made. If it's a report, if it's a poster, then present the elements, key elements that you have written down in the report and or in the poster. If it's an artifact, if you have made it, then present it. But if not, for example, if it's educational game or an app, well, you are not required to do an actual educational game and app. Instead, you will be presenting a proposal and you illustrate in details about what is this resource, why is it a game, why is it going to be an educational game, and why is it going to be an app. So present your original ideas as much as possible. Then the originality and practicality of the resource and how does this link to your research, all of this will be assessed and you can still get a very good mark. But some students who have already done, for example, one of my students created a blog or an online page about her research topic, and she has spending a lot of time in making this online website. In this case, that's an actual thing, and she can present it on the day, and that's amazing. And that will be counting towards to her final mark as well. So I hope this would be able to, explain to you details about this resource. Yeah. Okay. So now, okay, let me return this. So that's the mini conference. So look at the handbook because I updated for you. So regarding your assignments, just to clarify that both modules, there are no change to assessment items and intended learning outcomes in the context of COVID-19 and the move to a virtual university. You are still required to submit what is already expected on the handbook, so there's no change. But for students in EDU6005, please submit all 3 assignments together in one file, in one turned-in folder, in one R form. And let me show you the R form here now. So this is your R form, and you'll be submitting just one R form, which will be listing all the marking criteria. And there will be space to receive strength and area of for improvement for each piece of assignment, and you'll receive 3 separate marks. So please do so. And this R form is already updated on the Minerva for you. So regarding your final mark and this no detriment policy, according to Vice Chancellor's email announced on 31st of March. If you have completed and passed at least half of your current level of study, then as long as you complete, submitted all, and pass all of your assignments, then university will assure you that your average for the whole year is the same as or higher than the average you have obtained up to Friday, 27th of March. So it means that you still, need to submit all your assignments and pass all of them. And I do want to encourage you to do the best you can, because you can get a grade which is higher than average that you have obtained in semester 1. For those students who have not completed or passed at least half of your current study, we won't be able to calculate an averaged grade for you. But if you passed an assessment and you believe that the mark does not reflect your grade because of the current situation, then you can choose to resubmit in the summertime in the reassessment period. And whichever mark is higher will be retained. There are more update, details regarding this no detriment policy. So you can see the website on Barcelona University COVID-19 updates if you have any further question. In order to support you to do data analysis, majority of you would have collected data based on primary research, and there is an additional section for you. Some of you would choose to do systematic literature review. In there are detailed, example about how you are going to use literatures and analyze literatures. There's a system created for you, explained, in details. So please look into the video. If you use critical discourse analysis, please follow this extra section by Nidia, who is familiar with critical discourse analysis, about how you analyze this data in details. Some of you, very few of you, who use combined quantitative and qualitative research. So you have quantitative and qualitative data. And how do you analyze these quantitative data? Well, so I listed I created a video in here, so you can look on it and to learn how to use Excel to analyze your quantitative data. Some students did say it is challenging, to stay home and to work from home, and it's quite difficult to get yourself engaged with your current progress, and you don't know where to start and where to end. So if you look at the Minerva, there is a updated website. There is an updated website in here that I want to show you. Let's have a look. So your focus now from now to return from Easter break is to complete your data collection, data analysis, and start to draft your assignments, for your final submission. And to those who have to change to other modules, please move on as soon as possible. I know it's going to be difficult because you might have to change to systematic literature review, but look into those resources recorded, in semester 1 by Mel and by Beth, who created those 2 lectures are recorded and available via Minerva in semester 1, or this extra section made by Thomas. Please do get started as soon as possible, and I hope that you'll be able to finish it in time. About this, where you can access the teaching schedule and student ideal weekly progress, let me show you in here. So in this area, you could look into teaching schedule and students' ideal weekly progress. So scroll down. Every week there is a ideal progress. Please do follow, and I hope that you find this table useful. And because we are here, so there are something that I want to show you. So in the teaching materials, there, clicking, you will be able to see these extra sections on data analysis for you in the teaching materials. There are also some, recorded virtual classroom. So if you clicked into virtual classroom in here, where you can enter Blackboard Collaborate. And there, On the top left corner, there's a menu. In the menu, you will see recordings, click recordings. There are 4 recordings in here, and this was a seminar from the last week. So if you look into the recording 2 in here for EDU6005 students, in here you will be able to have some detailed explanation about, how our assessment 2 and 3 will be assessed. How are they going to be assessed? And how are you going to presenting them? Okay, so that's the Blackboard. All right, and finally, I know it's really hard to study at home, and it's very strange, and sometimes situation can be very stressful. But you have done so well, and your engagement during this period of time is so important. So if you have any question and if you need extra support, please do contact your tutor or contact me or contact Beth, and we will try to do our best to support you. And because you have done so well, despite the challenges that you have from the last few months in semester 1, we trust that you will continue to do the best you can. I have to say that this is a very good outcome. The average grade for both modules in semester 1 are above 60. This means that more than half of your group have achieved an average mark of above 60%, and that's very good achievement. So well done, everyone. And I hope that you will do your best and try to get yourself motivated to conduct your research and enjoy the process. And finally, we look forward to see more higher performances as much as you can. Enjoy your research and have a nice Easter break and stay safe. Okay, bye.